Hi Cancer, welcome to your mid-August tarot and astrology reading. So, new moon in Leo in your second house of money, of worth, of value. Great time to manifest something in those areas, whether you want to manifest a higher salary, some money to pay for a bill, you want to heal your relationship with money. It's definitely a wonderful time to set some intentions. Write out the type of money you want to manifest and, make sure, as much as everyone says, with manifestations and money, people go automatically to the lottery. Make sure that you're in some way connected to this. So if you're running a business, imagine this grant or imagine this income in a month or whatever it is, really connect to it. And first and foremost, something has switched. Page of Wands. Okay. Make sure that you believe you deserve these good things. A lot of this new moon is asking you to do. A lot of it is to do with resetting what you believe you deserve, especially in terms of money, but also in terms of your personal value, what you contribute to other people's lives, and whether or not you take time to appreciate your emotional investments, what you put into other people's strength, what you put into other people's lives, the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Two of Swords is underneath, suggesting a little bit of indecision and a little bit of a lack of clarity, I suppose. But what's beautiful about this Cancer is a really strong sense of fire. Really passionate. The Page of Wands, the Strength card, and the Wheel of Fortune. You've been very, very, very patient. Very patient as far as work goes, as far as news goes, waiting for something, waiting something out, adapting, being flexible, being enthusiastic, being ambitious. And I feel a little bit like you're just about to say, I can't. You're just about to say, I'm done. I can't put any more into this. I'm exhausted. This is too much effort. Whatever that is, I think Leo season for you has felt very hot. I think it's felt as though you were in the fire, you were struggling with the heat a little bit, maybe even literally, probably the weather, depending where you are in the world, could have been very hot. And I think with the Page of Wands and the Strength card, strength is all about taming the lion effectively. It's a beautiful tiger in this deck, but it's about taming the lion through grace, through confidence, through patience, through understanding of the volatile nature of the beast. So really, in essence, here, Cancer, is that you're understanding the nature of the beast somehow. You're understanding how certain people have these reactions that don't always feel comfortable, or how certain environments that you're in at the moment feel very harsh and feel quite tough to you. And I feel like it's starting to frustrate you because the Two of Swords underneath, well, look, the Sun's underneath too, so Leo's energy again has come up. You're feeling very indecisive and a little bit stuck on what to do next. I think a lot of you are kind of tired of having to be patient and having to be graceful and having to be the bigger person and having to, one thing as well that I'm sort of seeing here is that in particular, if you're dealing with a Leo, you might not necessarily have understood or anticipated their roar in an essence. There's kind of a roasted vibe going on here. Maybe you thought that they were very... Everyone thinks this about Leos until they hear them roar. I mean, dear God. Whenever they're really angry or cornered, they can be ferocious. It's a huge energy. And maybe it's not even a Leo person. Maybe it's Leo season. You find the fire quite hard to handle. Now, one of the beautiful things about this, Cancer, is that Venus is in your sign, which is giving you that serenity, giving you that grace that we have seen in the traditional Strength card, giving you that resolve to work through things, to make things more peaceful and more pleasant for yourself. And I think for a lot of you, you're really finding ways to either adapt to your environment or get out of it. You're finding a way to find peace, and you're realizing that your peace is most important to you, but also the quality of your life is more important to you. For many of you, you are getting some wonderful change of fortune with the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like your luck is really turning around. That is the main thing that is coming out of these cards, is that your luck is turning around. And I want to bet that with the starting with the Page card, you're progressing into almost like in a video game, you know, when you have to do certain tasks or defeat bosses or whatever to get to the next level, like unlocking the next level. I feel that whatever it is that's at the forefront of your mind, Cancer, is that you're doing that. So maybe you've been, you know, say for example, dating really immature people emotionally, and now you're like getting a lesson here and you're starting to go into the next phase of dating people that are more mature. Or maybe you've been dealing with, if you're owning a business, maybe like little drips and drabs of clients, and now you've been very patient and hardworking, and now you're getting more clients and more momentum. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like you've been doing little bits and pieces for a while. I don't feel like your efforts have really been materializing, and now because you've been patient and because you've been graceful, Cancer, I feel like it's starting to pay off. And maybe as well you've been very patient with a lover, because Mars in Aries, your 10th house of career, is clashing, you know, your 10th house of public image is clashing with all these planets in your partnership sector. You know, maybe some relationship has dragged its feet. Maybe you found that you have not been experiencing what you wanted to experience, and there's, you know, battles of wills, backlogs, that kind of thing. And now things are starting to turn around. You know, after August, Mars is going to slow down in, well, Mars has already slowed down, to be fair, but it's going to retrograde in your 10th house. So there's a lot of need actually to be patient. Is one thing that's also coming up here. Your luck is changing, but you need to, with strength in the middle of the reading, be patient with it, especially if it's career. You know, you're manifesting things, and manifestations with Mars being retrograde may slow a little bit. And you may not feel like you have the energy to push forward, but it's telling you to keep going, because fate has a plan, and this is a destiny type thing. You know, if you can be patient, it will pay off. And I know that people hate nothing more than with tarot and with astrology for people to say be patient, but the whole world is going through this. I mean, there are so many retrogrades. Uranus is just about to go retrograde tomorrow as I'm filming this, and that's not a bad thing, because some of the planets in 2020 could do with a bit of a slowdown. Do you know what I mean? I mean, good lord, they could do with a bit of slowed momentum. So do trust the process, Cancer. It really wants you to know that things are paying off. Things are really starting to work out for you, even if you can't quite see how yet. And after this month, the tension that's come up with Mars and the Capricorn planets is going to lessen substantially. So do feel a bit better about that. And I'm going to draw one more card to clarify this Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Pentacles. I'm going to draw one more because that's so... oh, okay. No, we got a lot. Yeah. Okay, so underneath that was the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. I feel like a lot of you have been very hurt in love, or some love relationship really hit a nerve in some way, and you're just wondering what to do about it. I think for some of you, you're wondering whether or not to go back, you're wondering whether or not to leave, you're wondering whether or not to quit, you're wondering whether or not this can keep going. Obviously, you know, free will, we all have our decisions, but there's always, I find, with people that are struggling to make a decision, it's oftentimes maybe to do with timing for you, or it's maybe to do with a personal intuition that it's not the right time to do this, or it's not the right time to make this decision. Whatever it is, Cancer, with so much sitting across from you in the sky with Capricorn in your partnership sector, the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Cups means you might not be seeing people entirely clear. People are aggressive, and they might not necessarily align with your ambitions at this point. But you have to learn to love yourself enough to put your needs first. I do feel a little bit like you're kind of confused about a person, and I want to bet that it's either a Gemini or a Leo, if that's your story. But with the Seven of Cups, you don't have all the answers quite yet, Cancer, okay? So do be patient with yourself. Do put things into perspective. The Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords, you know, you don't want to build castles in the sky, and you don't want to invest in the wrong person, in the wrong business. So do take your time making a decision and do trust the process. If things are going slow, there might be a very good reason for this. And I feel like it's all going to work out in your favor regardless, okay? So I love you guys very much and I will see you soon. Bye.